do. I enjoy the first three movies quite a bit.
That's good. Fourth one was pretty good too. I would say. I have issues with it, but it's
I have issues with
pretty
the fourth
solid.
one. I for the longest time I didn't really quite like the fourth one, and then I went back and watched it not too long ago, and I have found newfound respect for it. I feel kind of like it's an epilogue, and it was commenting on remakes, and I think it does the whole remake thing way better than 5. And I've never seen 6, and I don't intend to because 5 was absolutely horrible.
Yep. I will still stand by though that 6 is not as bad as 5, but it's 6. There's things in 6 that work, but like 90% of it is pretty bad. The first little bit's pretty good. Other than that, it starts to really go downhill. But this Scream fan film. By now, there's probably a lot of Scream fan films that we've taken a look at with me and other people here. But this one is Scream fan film, Slashing Through the Snow, Christmas themed horror scene. This was released a year ago. It's only got like 11,000 views, so it's like, it hasn't gone around as much yet. But I don't know. This sounds interesting. Christmas Scream. It's less than 4 minutes long. It's 3.5 minutes. This is like this is a banger. Let's go.
Let's see it. Woodsboro. Well, first off, it's in California. It doesn't snow, so
so it's fake. No.
Yeah, Woodsboro, California. They don't get snow out there like that. That's pretty decent Scream voice.
Okay, yeah, pretty good Scream voice. See, the reason why I think having the Scream around Christmas works because when you get the phone call, it's around the holidays. You're expecting to get some phone calls from family members, or if you're babysitting kids, their parents might call back or whatever, and so there could be a lot of reasons to get phone calls around that time. And perfect time for Mr. Old Ghostface to
and they make sure to still set it in 96, so there's no smartphones or stuff like that. So
true, yeah, can't get in the way.
Hold on.
So yeah, she's expecting whoever this is, somebody she knows that's drunk. Which, yeah, that makes sense. Why wouldn't you?
Yes, it's very Scream because there's a lot of people in the Scream movies. They answer the phone. Oh, is that you? You're drunk, or you're being silly.
Yeah,
hold on.
My first thought would be if I got a weird phone call from a number and somebody's talking to me weird, I think it's Angus. I think it's him. I'd be like, bro, what are you trying to do? I wouldn't think serial killer trying to kill me outside my house. No, even knowing the movies of stuff no.
Hey Ted, your sound loaded. What's up?
You know what I just realized?
Oh.
Pause it. That is this. They're just mouthing Scream 2 with the Sarah Michelle Gellar. They're just repeating it. They're like, that's her voice. That's right. Sarah Michelle Gellar's voice.
I was like, this sounds familiar, and it wasn't matching her. Sometimes the videos are a little out of sync, but that. Okay.
She's lip syncing to that scene in Scream 2 where she's in the thing. That's why it all sounds like a good ghost face and all that.
I was just like thinking this sounds a little too familiar, but okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's that, yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
That is sure.
It's Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Wow. Okay. Now you say that entirely. Yes.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's Sarah. That's Sarah.
No.
That's okay.
See, I'm actually disappointed now, though. Now I'm actually more disappointed with that. Not because they're using the same dialogue. That's interesting for a very short film of this, but not doing anything interesting with it. It's Christmas, but it's like, what about it? What do you mean? What? There's nothing being new at it. We're just sitting here watching her on the phone. Like, there's nothing.
I mean, they could have
on.
They're like, who is this? This is Santa Claus.
Yeah,
you could have had the Scream guy pretending to be Santa Claus for a little bit. What do you want for Christmas, little girl?
I guess my head goes to around Christmas as well. Like, let's say some younger. I don't know how people would feel with a kid answering the phone and it's a ghost face. Because I don't know. Because it doesn't mean that kid has killed. I'm just saying, easy to trick, and it's like, mommy, Santa's on the phone. what?
Yeah,
And it's like, you know, give me a phone, you know, something like that. I don't know. You could integrate
that.
you can integrate
And
things.
also, this would have been a great time to like, since Scream is filled with horror tropes and referencing horror movies and stuff, you could have did the Silent Night, Deadly Night movies, which are slasher films that set at Christmas.
Yeah,
You could Garbage Day or something.
It's the same music from the track in the movie.
And it just cut out the name Cece.
That's like the camera's just sitting here. She's just sitting here. I don't like that. It's not even with the Christmas tree in the background, really. What, there's this and something else over here. There's no. I don't know. Sarah was moving around.
Yes, walking around,
looking around, doing something. You know, this is just like, yeah, we're chilling. It would make you kind of wonder. So why did they want to film it like this? Why did they want to do this? Like,
yeah,
curious.
Weird.
Or like if they had some of the recorded lines, but they mix it with some of their own original stuff, like to add something to it. I don't know. Yes, I would try to do. I haven't thought using the audio from things directly is. You got to kind of have a plan around it. Is what I would think. Knowing what the dialogue is and what you can add to, you know, fit around the dialogue.
Yeah.
Looking at the ceiling. My ceiling. Hi, ceiling.
Somebody's upstairs.
I don't believe her stairs are right there.
Where? Upstairs.
See, it's Santa Claus. He's on the roof.
Hello? I'm alone.
You're alone in that house. See, that made sense in Scream 2, right? Because it's like the sorority house.
Yeah,
it's like a big old house for all these people. I assume this is just this chick's home. I can't believe you're alone in your own house. Like,
well, her parents could have been there. You know, her parents are gone, or brother or sister. So,
yeah.
I'm out of here.
So I could see this being like a film project for like a high school class. Like, hey, you know, this week, you know, take audio from a movie and, you know, try to film things to kind of match with it or something. Like, we did something kind of like that, but it was like with Ghost. We had a Ghostbusters scene in our thing in the one film class. It took one semester when I wasn't even interested in film at the time. In the degree I am now, it was like where there's like discovering they're like in the library and there's like the oozy,
the ectoplasm.
Whatever, the ectoplasm stuff. And so I like took like a washcloth and was like trying to make squishy noises, and you know, we tried to like knock different books down to try to make a bookshelf. It's hard to when you're not trying to ruin books to make sounds of a bookshelf falling down. But that's what we did. We took visuals from a movie and then did that. It's kind of the opposite is what this feels like. Where they have to make visuals to match audio sounds from something else. That's what I would guess.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm kind of lost at any of the motivation for this.
Outside. Hello? Hello?
It's like, what was... I'm glad they changed the shot once, but what did that accomplish? You know, a close-up on her face would have been a better use, maybe, but... Did she look panicked to you?
She's doing... I mean, the woman's doing a pretty decent job of trying to mimic her, but... I don't know, man. It's just
I'm not buying it at all.
It feels like they're trying to recreate that scene, but at Christmas for some reason. I don't. It's just
this is what I'll say.
I think she's doing an all right job mimicking the best she can. I mean,
but I mean, she's doing worse though, because she's not even like doing anything. She's just sat down, said the dialogue there, and then got up to here. And that's it. Even in the other movie, there's at least she's doing more. She's looking around, looking at the windows, looking. I don't know, just something else. I don't know.
Yeah.
This shit could have been baking for all, you know, doing something different is what I'm getting at. It's not that important, but it is a little because it's not really doing anything.
Yeah.
Hello?
God, Christmas tree is my one weakness.
It's the same. Yeah, they're just doing the same thing. little different. Hunger with the Christmas lights.
Oh, that's the
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle
I give them that. They gave a good ending. The ending they did that pretty decent.
that was something. But you're kind of right. As soon as he showed up, I'm like, Silent Night, Deadly Night. That's what I'm thinking of.
You could have totally like. I mean, if you're going to do Scream and knowing Scream likes to get meta with their horror and like these are fans of horror films, you could have totally did a Silent Night, Deadly Night thing.
That's why we record these. I don't know when I got cut off or if you got cut off, but internet, darn you, internet. But I forgot what I was saying. Not exactly what I was saying, unfortunately, but that's okay. We're talking about Scream fan film slashing through the snow here. I'm looking at the description now to see what this was here. Here's my Scream Christmas themed fan film. I made this super quick just for fun. I used my phone, so please don't judge. Oh, well, sorry. We judged. Sorry.
Actually, the quality was quite well. It was quite well done, I thought. So it was clear.
Yeah, like that part is that's fine. I know it's not the best or very cinematic. Picture quality can be changed in settings if it's low. Apologies in advance for my lip syncing. God, this person's seeing from the future. I used some audio from Screen 2 just so I could get the video done before Christmas, as it was quite spontaneous, but the chase and ending was different to the actual film. So please just watch it and get through the end. We did, actually. And the ending was our favorite part right there.
I will say it's better than the last one we watched because the last one we watched had a great build-up and didn't stick to landing. This one had a not so great of a build-up, but the ending with the ghost face and hanging her, that was pretty good. I would that made me want to see a Scream movie where he kills at Christmas time with the Christmas lights and stuff. And maybe you should have added in some, Silent Night, Deadly Night horror tropes
for the next one.
The
next one, do that.
And I got to give you props. I don't know if that was your girlfriend or your sister or whatever, but she was hot. So
yeah,
I'll give you that. She was hot.
Good. Yeah, you had a good. I'll say you had a good girl for this, but
no offense, I don't mean to offend her or you. Just I know I'm not nothing to look at myself, but she was hot, so it's pleasing to my eyes to watch your video,
which helps with a short film like this. But yeah, so I like that they have this in the description. Thank you. In so many of these fan films, I want to know what they're thinking when they made this, and they usually don't have enough in the description to help me figure out why it is the way it is, and this explains all of it. It's like, okay, yeah, it was on your phone. It was spontaneous. The deadline, I was thinking a short film for school. This was you just thought of doing it before Christmas. You and I have done things like that for YouTube, trying to cram things in before Halloween or before Christmas or whatever, before a deadline we set for ourselves for something. We try to do that. And, and sometimes it's a quick one. Okay, suddenly I have an idea. I've got a week to do it. Like it's a quick one. You got to get out to have the window of time you want to do it.
I give him props. I mean, to shoot it on your phone, to put all that together because you have an idea around Christmas time. I give him props for that. I give him props.
Yeah, and it seems like it's a two-man show. It looks like at best. So.
And I will say that makes me respect the fan film a little better.
Yeah, because that helps with the context, because we understand a little more of the parameters of what was going on there. And yeah, it seems like a two-man team. The girl and whoever's in the Scream costume, pretty much. So that's it. The camera's going to be still, otherwise so you have to move around it being still. You can't actually hang yourself or anything, so you have to make it sort of try to trick you with the camera. And I think you did well enough for it. I mean, there's ways to probably do it better, but for a spontaneous, quick little one right there, and then having the lights go on after with the music, that was like those are good little touches that help it a little. So
very much so. I did dig the ending of that. I thought you did a very creative ending on that film.
And it's a good template if you wanted to do more in the future with more time on your hands. Like this was a spontaneous, quick one that you did. But now that you have this filmed and you have a concept, you have something there. I mean, maybe in the future, I'd recommend not doing taking the audio template really, but but that was fine. The only thing I'd say with the audio template is to try to do more with it. But if you're short on time, yeah, I can totally understand. Okay, I'm gonna be sitting down and just doing the one thing. Can't be baking cookies or something. Can't be doing multiple things. It takes more time to set up and stuff, going around the house. So that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yep. So yeah, we
Make
give
it-
you
yeah.
more props on that. This was a like redemption fan film sort of
Yeah.
in the end for it with what it was.
Think you
So-
had a pretty good idea there. I would like to see. I mean, it like we talked about a minute ago, like Never Hike in the Snow, which was Jason Voorhees in the snow, which nobody's ever done before ever. You
Mhm.
had an opportunity to set the Scream character in Christmas time. I will say though, Woodsboro was California, so you can't. I mean, unless they're up in the mountains in California, there will really not be snow. So I have to tell
Yeah.
you that much.
Yeah, I'd say I'm not sure why Woodsboro is always the place where a ghost face must be for the most part. I know that's where Sydney was and where that stuff took place, right? But
It's mostly because it was connected to her. But like when she was off in college, it was at her college, and then when they did to
Right.
Scream 3, it moved to Hollywood.